Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. We're 2D Toys and we take a look at anything and everything toy related. If that interests you, think about hitting the sub button. And if you do, don't forget the bell icon so you get those notifications anytime we upload a new video. We got a bunch of great content coming your way, like this guy here. And for today's figure review, we're going to be taking a look at the Jada Toys Fireman from Mega Man. And like we always do here, we'll start off by taking a quick look at the packaging. You got the nice Mega Man logo here up top, and you got a little bit of artwork here reminiscent of the power gauge from the original game. You got an artwork shot here of Fireman. There's his name, and here you can see the figure in the box with some of his effect pieces, alternate head sculpt, and the stand he comes with. We'll flip to the side here. You got that retro 8-bit artwork there of Mega Man and the logo again as well. Back here you got some product shots of the other releases. There's Fireman in the middle, you got Iceman and Mega Man. Here's a picture of his blast effect with the stand. And some of the other Robot Masters here, possibly hinting towards future releases. The logo again up top, the Jada Toys logo. On this side, just Mega Man again, and the logo. A little bit of a window packaging here on the top with the logo again. Not much on the bottom, just your barcode and a bunch of words. And that's about it for packaging. Not much to look at. But I love the window packaging. Nice big window. We can see the figure and everything he comes with. Looks really good. But we're not going to waste a whole bunch more time. Let's just get this guy open so we can check him out. And here we have Fireman opened up and out of his packaging with everything he comes with. But before we take a look at all that, we'll take a look at the figure and some of the details here. You got a nice translucent flame effect here for the top of the helmet. Black paint here all the way around the helmet. A little bit of green, a yellow triangle, and some yellow there in the earpieces. Nice painted face sculpt there, nice shade of paint. Nice blue eyes. Got some black outline in there around the eyes, so that all looks really good. That's really about it for details. Of course, these guys are supposed to look pretty simple. I mean, they're based on retro figures. You got a little bit of green paint here on the back of the armor as well. I do like the way the armor pieces here are done in a gloss, with the rest of the body underneath here in more of a matte gray. You also get a little bit of paintwork here inside the arm cannons. On both of them, you got some yellow and some gray inside there to help break up all the red. So that looks really good. A little bit of red here on the knees, and then just gray on the shins and on the feet, and then of course you get that little bit of red on the bottom of the feet. All in all, not too bad. I really like the breakup between the different finishes between the gloss and the matte. I think that all looks really good. But that's about it for details on this guy. We'll set him down here and let's take a look at some of the accessories. And now that we got Fireman out of the way, we'll take a look at some of the stuff he comes with. Start off with, you got your clear base here that comes with all your Jada figures here recently, and then the armature for the stand. We'll just plug in like so, and then you can use this end for your blast effect piece. Got a nice alternate head sculpt here, painted just as well as the original one. You got the yellow paint there, the green and yellow on the back, and the nice painted face here with the same shade of blue eyes. Looking a little more to the side, a little more stern face. And of course you got that black going all the way around, and nothing on top, just a little bit of molded details. You can put your flame effect piece, so that looks really good. Got a translucent piece here for your attack effect. More like a flame wave. Nice shading here, going from a red to a yellow. A little hard to make out the details here on this translucent plastic. It's actually molded really well. Jada's really killing it on these effect pieces. I love the way these are coming out. And you got the hole there. If I can get it, there we go. We'll just plug into the stand like so. So that looks really good. Got two more of these pieces here for the arm cannons. Although I assume this one would actually plug into the head. You could plug this into the head as well if you wanted a little bit of a different style going on there, as opposed to the windswept one that he comes with originally. but again, molded nicely. Got that same red fading into more of an orange. Nice amount of detail on there. And then you have another one here. I'd say this one's definitely going to have to go on the arm cannon just with the way the peg's molded there. But nice effect here. And again, that same gradient effect. And molded really well. So decent amount of accessories. They all look molded well. Everything's colored well. These things are just great. And we'll show off a little bit how the accessories implement in the figure. We'll start off with, we'll just take this piece here off the top of the head. You can see it's just got a peg, like the other ones. We'll move the original head here off the ball joint. And then you get your alternate head sculpt. It'll just plug on the same way, like so. And you have the little more side look, a little more stern face, as opposed to this one. You see the narrowing in the eyes and the side look, so that looks really good. And then you can take your same flame effect piece, and it'll plug on just the same. A little more of that windswept. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one will plug on as well. So you can have that look going if you want to. We'll stick with the original one here just for the rest of this. I feel like with the way he's looking to the side, the sweeping motion there looks a little bit better. Of course, this effect can also plug into the arm cannon here with that, and then you can take your other one and plug it in on the other side. And of course, with both of those, also bring in your blast effect piece here. And that's about your accessories. And with all that out of the way, we'll take a look at some of Flame Man's articulation here. Of course, we know we've seen the ball peg in the head. I'm sorry, ball joint in the head. You also get a little bit of joint here in the neck. And both of them together get you about up to there. And down a decent amount. Of course, you got a swivel and a little bit of side to side. Your shoulder pads are attached to the shoulder. They're hinged a little bit, so you can kind of get them up and out of the way. They are attached, but you do get shoulder rotation there. And we'll get you about up that high, and you got a single jointed elbow, get you about 90. You get, yep, there is some rotation here. I guess technically at the elbow as well, if you need it. Get a waist swivel, and then a joint here in the upper diaphragm, so you get a crunch forward and a little bit of crunch back, so that all looks really good. Of course, you got the ball peg hips, you get a swivel here at the upper thigh, swivel at the knee, single jointed knee that's a little tight, but it'll get you a little less than 90. And then you get the feet here, some toe up, and quite a bit of toe down. And you also get some rotation that's kind of built into the rocker here as well. Hips will get you up to that far, and back not too much due to the sculpt. And not quite a decent amount out, I guess. So about standard radar articulation on these guys. I feel like he's got a little bit more limitations here in the body, but a little more in the head, as opposed to the Iceman that we've already looked at. So a little bit of trade-off there. I still think he's fairly posable. And size-wise, Flame Man's coming in about 4.5 to the top of the helmet, or 5.5 if you want to go all the way up to the top of the flame. And for some size comparisons, here he is next to our last Jada Toys Mega Man review, the Iceman. The Street Fighter 2 Ken Master is also from Jada Toys. Next to a Joy Toy Ultramarine. And next to an SH Figuarts Chainsaw Man, so you can see how they all scale together. And for some final thoughts wise, and we'll keep it short and sweet, the details on this guy aren't visually overwhelming, but I do like the way that they've used the two different finishes, the glossy for the armor and then the matte for the body, to kind of help make it a little more interesting, but also kind of maintain that retro look. The paint works decent without being over the top, and honestly, I can't really think of any more areas where they really would have added some paint to detail this guy out and still maintain the look that I think they were going for. I think all the flame pieces on this guy, just like all the other Jada Toy releases, have been fantastic. The molding on them is great, and the coloration on them is well done also. The amount of accessories he comes with, and I've said it before, is just amazing at this price point. Everything that you get, the included stand, the blast effect, and all the flame pieces that you get, one for each arm, and you can even swap them out. And then you got the alternate head sculpt as well. All painted well, all detailed well. All the accessories are a hit for me. They give you just enough for that playability and to keep it interesting and also keep it at a lower price point. Honestly, I don't know how Jada Toys keeps doing it. I think bang for your buck, the amount of accessories you get and the way they're detailed is just a win. And the articulation on this guy, while it's not nothing to write home about, for the size of the figure and the price point, I think they've nailed it. I mean, I've seen people charge more for a lot less. And while he's not super articulated, I think you get enough that you can have a lot of fun with this guy, posing him. With the way this line's going so far, I can't wait to pick up the Mega Man and take a look at him. And I'm super excited to see what the future releases have in store for us. And that's really all there is to say on this guy. This has been my review of the Jada Toys Fireman from Mega Man. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button before you head out. Also, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this guy, or maybe some of the other releases so far that you picked up. Make sure you head down in the description so you can find the link where you can possibly pick this guy up at. And make sure you hit those links for our social channels if you want to check out some of the stuff we got going on over there. Of course, as always, I just want to thank everyone for coming, hanging out, and listening to me ramble on about some of these figures. It really means a lot to me. But I think that's really about all there is to say. And until next time, for the love of toys, we'll see you. See that? I switched it up. You guys thought I was coming from this side. I went this way. You never know what we're doing in here.